Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about antibiotic resistance, not the mechanisms, but sort of the implications and what that means for policy. So, antibiotics are a class of drugs that are very unique because one person's use of the drug might compromise the future use of that drug. That's not the same thing. If someone takes Zoloft, one person takes Zoloft, it doesn't affect the efficacy of the drug for somebody else. But because antibiotics are targeting living organisms that evolve, when you use antibiotics, they're going to cause resistance. So anytime a new antibiotic comes out, maybe for a drug-resistant pathogen, like drug-resistant gonorrhea, for example, we really want to be very judicious about how we use it. We don't want to use it for every case. We only want to use it when it's needed so that we don't lose it, because that inevitably resistance is going to develop. But that poses a problem because the antibiotic might have taken $1 billion of investment to get to the finish line. And now it's out and no one wants to use it because they don't want to lose it. So does the pharmaceutical or biotech company, do they have the ability to recoup their investment? Do they get a return on investment or ROI? The answer is they may not. And that disincentivizes them to develop new antibiotics because they're only going to be used in a limited population. So what's the solution? There's something really interesting, and I think most people subscribe to Netflix or some other type of service like that, where what happens is the revenue is decoupled from the volume of use. You subscribe to Netflix, you can watch Indiana Jones as many times as you want, and you don't get charged more. So could you make a subscription model for antibiotics where, for example, an insurer, government insurance might make a deal with the pharmaceutical company to basically subscribe to their portfolio of antibiotics and pay a set fee. And so the company then will be getting revenue and it won't be impacted by the number of times it's used. It's just a subscription. So there is a bill in Congress right now, a bipartisan bill called the Pasteur Act, that would sort of codify this. And it's already happening in England, and some states have done it with hepatitis C drugs. So this Netflix model may be one way that we kind of preserve the antibiotic pipeline so companies continue to invest, because it's a very odd market where revenue and frequency of use need to be decoupled in order to actually keep these drugs viable. So that's something to look up, the Pasteur Act. And I've actually written a paper on this as well, relating to these unique characteristics of the antibiotic market.